Hi, this is Matter of Sound. I'm Emily, and this is Hattie. So, what are we doing today?
Today we are at the Eagle Inn in Salford, which is right next to Blueprint Studios, which is just around the corner. Blueprint Studios is a very famous Manchester recording studios. The likes of Elbow record there, and I've actually seen a secret gig there with Elbow before, which is amazing. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Elbow today. We are at the Eagle Inn, and we're here to see an open recording session, which up until today, I didn't even know these kind of things existed. But, you know, anything exists these days. So when you messaged me saying about this, I was like, what does that even mean? And it is essentially a band doing a recording session and opening their doors. Anyone is able to come. So tell them a bit about the band.
Yeah, it should be really good. Walk are a bluesy, jazzy band from Manchester, so I'm really interested to see what happens today. I've never been to a recording session before either. So, let's go. So tell me about this whole open recording session. Is it the first you've done? Is it an idea you've had?
We've been doing it for just over a year now. We haven't done tons, but anyone on the roster kind of just when they've got their time, we've got time, we'll do a little session. We're just trying to demystify the whole recording process, really, because everything else is being demystified. We might as well do that.
Yeah.
And bands are just living their entire lives publicly on social media in a kind of tacky way. We thought at least we could invite people into a real place, you know, and actually do something, you know, with human beings, and then actual interaction, actual sound going in your actual ears, rather than all on a screen on an app or something like that. So.
And have most bands been quite open to the idea? Because for me, it would be quite daunting to let people into that process that you don't maybe trust.
Well, with this label, we always, all the bands who sort of join the roster understand that we like collaborative stuff, and the whole point of it, because there's such tiny marketing budgets, everything we can do where we can get people in together and sort of cross over people's sort of myths a little bit, then that makes it a lot easier. So the open recording stuff is just a natural progression of that, really. So I think everyone's already up for stuff if they're on the label to begin with anyway.
So I know Walk, I'm a big fan of Walk. Tell me a bit about them for those that don't know what they're like as a band.
Walk, Rick and David have been on the scene in various different bands for years and years and years. Ever since I've been in Manchester, I've known Rick playing harmonica and that sort of stuff, and they were both in Honey Theme, they're both in, you know, lots of different stuff, and then they came together naturally as a kind of stripped down version of the things they were sort of already doing in a way, and they just kind of got this wonderfully pure but very modern kind of bluesy sound without being sort of nostalgic in a sort of irritating way. And you know, I mean, blues can be a bit of a sort of a retro kind of thing, whereas, you know, blues and folk should just be a natural reflector of what's happening in society, because it's all about, you know, human beings, you know.
Definitely,
What I think captured everyone's imagination with Walk was that they're very modern, very contemporary sounding, because they've got all these sort of, you know, amazing gadgets and stuff which everything's going through. But at the core, you've got Rick's very sort of honest bluesy material, which kind of pins it all down to something quite, you know, sort of believable.
Sometimes I feel a long way from my home. Sometimes I feel a long way from my taking her home. What will I lose, swinging from a melody? What will I lose, swinging from a melody? Why she's not only one who can satisfy me. Well, she's not only one who can satisfy me.
So look, Emily is playing the piano very, very badly.
Was that you?
Need to do scales.
Can you play Rugrats or not?
I can do this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no. We've just watched a couple of tracks at the open recording session that you're doing this afternoon, and I was a bit baffled about the concept of how that would work exactly. But it's really interesting to see how it works exactly, and I've kind of described it to you as well off camera as like a repetitive, perfect gig. Do you think that's a fair representation of what the experience is?
Yeah,
today?
absolutely. We were really bang on perfect.
Yeah, especially when you forgot the words, right?
Yeah, well, no one's heard the song before.
But it's for people that are like fans that might pop in this afternoon or whatever, for them to see you kind of do that process of coming in, laying down a track. This isn't a normal recording studio either. We're in kind of a back venue of a little pub in Salford, so it's not totally soundproofed. In terms of the musicianship and the actual laying down the tracks and what it's going to sound like, how do you kind of go into it knowing that it's probably not going to be totally polished?
What are you saying?
I'm basically just slagging you off. This whole thing is just me slagging you off, going, it's not perfect. It's going to take time.
We got WR Audio doing the sound. It'll sound great. Do you know what I mean? But with me and David, we're very improvised anyway. So the feel and having people there makes you kind of perform in a strange way. You step up to it.
There was a guy actually, we were watching on top of the balcony, and you got to one of the end of the tracks, and I think the guy next to us went, "Oh, sorry, I think I shouted, 'Yeah, man,' at the end." And you forget as an audience member, we're used to going to gigs and cheering and whistling and whatever, but in this environment you can't, because you guys are laying down these tracks.
Oh no, you totally can.
Okay, we're going to do it. Me and Emily are going to go,
We've given him a microphone already.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it totally is.
In a sort of modern digital age of throwaway recording.
And the sticky floor.
And the sticky
incredibly
floor.
sticky floor. You can just hear that in the background whenever anyone moves on the floor.
Yeah, gives it character.
Exactly. Well, good luck for the rest of this afternoon and this evening. You're potentially going to be here for a long time.
Hours and hours. Yes.
And you did quite a few takes of each track, but you're going to have a bit of an improvised jamming session as well.
Yeah, some experimental stuff.
Cool. So some stuff that people might not have heard before. And
we won't have heard it before.
That's even better.
So thanks so much for watching. We've had a really good afternoon here at the Eagle Inn, enjoying a recording session with Walks. It's been brilliant.
The sun has literally, as you said that, the sun has come out.
Hooray!
And I also feel like we should mention our Converse. Look, practically matching Converse today. And
So
Jan,
cool.
Jan, cameraman today, also commented on my beautiful socks. So, and then we had a whole conversation about toe socks. Remember toe socks?
Yeah, toe socks, like.
Except for your
Anyway,
toes.
it's been really weird. Must be the sun and the beer we've enjoyed here today, but it's been a fantastic day, as we said.
It
and
has
you can
been
check
awesome.
all the content out at debtrecords.com as well.
And we're going to be heading out to do loads of other stuff as usual. We haven't decided what we're going to do next in our next video, but you can check out everything as always on Facebook, Matter of Sound, Twitter, Matter of Sound, YouTube, subscribe,
And click
like us,
subscribe.
thumbs up, all of that shebang. And we shall see you next time.
See you later. Bye.
Press record.
It's going.
All right. Hi, today we are at my house on the sofa.
Ta-da, very
Orange.
nice sofa.
Thanks.